Let's jump right in with our last guest. He became a cultural phenomenon in the 90s as the unmistakable face of more than 1,300 romance novel covers, thanks to his flowing hair and chiseled features. Well, these days he's enjoying a quieter life on a 500-acre estate in Stevenson, Washington. Fabio, welcome to New Day.
Thank you for having me.
So great to have you.
Oh, it's such a pleasure because, I have Seattle have a major part in my heart. I mean, it's like this is the city where I started my American modeling career. And when I came over here, I was 19, and it was the summer, it was I think in June. And I just came for a short period of time to vacationing. And then, what happened, all of a sudden I used to have a dear friend of mine, it's like David Taylor, and he was my best friend. And we went to a nightclub. And next thing you know, this guy came up to me and asked me if I was a model, and he asked me if I could model for their catalog, and that was Eddie Bauer catalog. So all of a sudden, from a vacation, it turned to be, it's like my first gig in the United States.
And who knew that Seattle played such a cultural part to you becoming just the global phenomenon that you are? How did you?
I'm telling you, Seattle, I've been around the world, for my business and so on. And something I realize always about this city, have the smartest people on the planet. As a matter of fact, look, Amazon, all these big companies, Microsoft and so on. And everybody I meet in Seattle is like, great people and, good people and very smart people. And this is the city, that's why I have a big part in my heart, because this is the city where I start my career with, Eddie Bauer and Nostrum, and so on. And then because of that, I moved to New York.
Oh, okay. And then that's when you just continued. So at what moment did you realize, okay, I am a cultural icon?
To tell you the truth, I'm a very down-to-earth person. So, it's like, it never really went through my mind. It just happened. Then all of a sudden, because I used to do all the, fashion model industry, I was like very much into like, campaign. When I came over, I already did like the Armani, Versace, all the Italian brands campaign. So when I came over here, I did, those couple jobs, and then I went to New York, and right away I started doing the Gap. I launched the Gap in the 80s. And so from there on, I used to be in a lot of American magazine, and the transition was a lot of these writers, they used to see me, on Billboard, the magazine, and all of a sudden they wanted me to, be on their book covers.
Right, we're looking at you right here on the cover of People.
Listen, this is the best country in the world. It's like I thank God every day. Then he brought me here, and and still my best friend, came with me today, Mike Lambert. He works with the Seahawks. It's like he's my brother, and so it's like a big part of me. That's why I came back to live in Washington State.
And speaking of living in Washington State, let's talk about life on your farm. 500 acres. What's that like?
Let me tell you, most of the people in America, they don't know the most beautiful. And I've been around the world and all over the United States. I don't think Washington State advertises enough how beautiful Washington State is.
It's keep it a secret.
Definitely the most beautiful state in the country, And a bunch of friends of mine from all over, from New York, North Carolina, South Carolina, all over the country. And I said, you have to visit Washington State. You have to visit Washington State. And every time they come over here, they're like, oh my God, I can't believe how beautiful Washington State is. And I'm like, I told you. It's like, it's nature, it's like, and Seattle is a beautiful city, and you're right on the ocean, and you got lakes, and you got mountains, you got everything,
One of the best kept secrets for sure. Well, Fabio, when we think about you, and even looking at that People cover to now, you look amazing. You are really defying the odds of, as far as keeping moving at any age. What advice would you give to people just about like longevity?
Well, it's very simple. It's like, don't drink. I'm telling you, it's like, even now they discovered that actually alcohol is the second cause of cancer. First is smoking, second is alcohol. I never thought alcohol was good for people. But that is the secret of longevity, just don't drink. And it's exercise is very important, keep a healthy diet. If you really take care of your body will take care of you.
And
Very simple.
when you talk about right now, you're just a strong advocate for that. What is your routine? You like get up in the morning, you're working out, moving
Yeah, I'm
around
not
your
really a
area?
morning person. That's
Okay.
right. You got me this morning, but I'm not. My brain, it doesn't start functioning until like 11:30, 12 o'clock.
So you're getting your rest. That's probably a key part of it. Waking
Yeah,
up at 11 or
definitely
12.
you need your sleep. You need your sleep because you regenerate your battery. You
Yeah.
need it, and it's very important. And then, of course, exercising and a healthy diet, and plus, different supplement like colostrum. A lot of people don't know about colostrum. Colostrum is what, when you come into the world, is the first 3 days you suck of your mom's breast is colostrum. And that is the biggest booster of your immune system. And your immune system will always recognize that.
Well,
so if you keep your immune system strong,
that's so
you'll
true.
be healthy.
Well, Fabio, of course, a lot of people want to know how they can meet you. So we want to tell them today you will be at Aegis Living
Yes.
in Lake Union this afternoon, sharing all of the secrets about timeless wellness, secrets for longevity, and giving us an inside look at the habits, routines, and philosophies that have kept you strong, healthy, and vibrant for many, many decades. So, of course, we're just so thankful
Yeah,
to
and I tell
have
you,
you.
the beautiful facility, the CEO, Dwayne Clark is an amazing guy. He's a very smart guy, but also he has a heart of gold. And you have to see the facility. They look like like Four Seasons Hotel. They're beautiful. I wish there was something like that in Europe, because when I was dealing with my parents, 10,000 miles away, it was hard. They don't have anything like that in Europe.
Well, thank you, Fabio. We appreciate learning so much about you today, and you can find out more information on our website for all of the content, and you can always send us an email to share your thoughts. Don't forget to enjoy your new day, and we'll see you next time.